Hello, friends. Well, so I'm not a religious person, but I'm a spiritually guided person at this point. And I've been listening to a lot of the spiritual stuff. That's kind of my realm at the moment. And this is someplace I never thought I would be. So I want to know, because there's a lot of conversation on YouTube anyway, which is where I spend a lot of my time, um, talking about divine masculine and divine feminine coming together. And if that is true, because they're supposed to come together and birth a whole new kingdom, but they're divine, so it's going to be the white hats instead of the black hats. And there are white hats that are working on that unseen realm, as well as black hats. You know, Archangel Michael makes his presence known often. I don't know if you guys are hooked up with him, but man, he's like my best friend. So, anyway, what is the relationship between the divine masculine, the divine feminine, and Bitcoin and the New World and the royal people that are coming together to birth a whole new kingdom? What is that? I want to know more about that. So let's do a read on that, because I'm curious. I am powerful and loved. Well, yes. So divine masculine and divine feminine are people that are enlightened. They get it. They've been turned on or awoken or whatever. And they are in their masculine and feminine. It's kind of one way or the other. You're not in between. You're one or the other. And although feminines can have masculine energy, which I find myself having to go into quite a lot, and that's, you know, more active stuff. The female energy is more receptive and passive, and I also have to balance that with the masculine energy. So the divine feminine and the masculine are coming together to birth humanity, and they're going to have a new money system in order to be sovereign. Let your feelings out, all of them, even the ones that scare you. Yeah, let your feelings out, even the ones that scare you. Boy, and yeah, okay. I'm not going to say anything more about that except hamina, hamina, hamina. Because, yeah, right. Considering that, you know, most of the people that I have known up until this point in my life have been satanic people, by design and their design, to be able to be in a divine realm, birthing a new kingdom, would be kind of a nice place to be for me, personally, so that I could get away from all the satanic people that have filled my life up until this point. So maybe that's why I'm interested in this reading. Teaching. Yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of teaching, because we've lost so much knowledge of how to be royal and divine. Oops, another card came with the phone. Okay, let's see. 14. 14. Where are we? I didn't even prep this. I apologize for my lack of preparedness. It's sinful. I don't want to waste your energy. I promise you, that is not my intention. Okay, 14, coming up on 14. There it is. Teaching. The situation you are inquiring about encourages teaching, whether it be student, teacher, parent, child, or just friend to friend. We are, all of us, learning and teaching constantly when we are maintaining a high vibration energetically. I'll say, never despair that the seeds you have planted have failed to take root. They may be taking time to germinate, or maybe have migrated to another field. Do not plant seeds with the expectation of an outcome. Disengage from the attachment to the outcome of the situation and move on. A farmer doesn't sit down next to the seeds he plants and waits for them to sprout. Although I'm tempted to do that. What a recipe for disappointment. He plants them and moves on. Never once does he second guess if he was doing the right thing in the right way. He simply does what he's called to do and trusts that the fruits of his labor will be what they are supposed to be. You know, if you are divinely inspired in your activities, you just do what you're told. Thy will is my will, you know. You're told to do something. That's why I'm doing this show. I'm told to do this show, and I'm doing it. And I'll be damned if anybody's going to get in my way. So, you know, GFY. I'm doing this show. There was other things in that teaching, too, about the germination, I guess, friend to friend, high vibration. I don't know. There was something else I was going to say. It'll come out later if it's important. Anyway, so we got our explicit deck today. It's a little sexually explicit, but you know, I was called to use it. And I do what I'm told, usually. I don't know, not always. I'm pretty belligerent too. Anyway, that's not about me. It's about the divine masculine and feminine coming together and having a royal new civilization. What are the answers to these questions? How are we showing up today? Ace of Pentacles, well, I guess it is about the money. Because when you have the money, and there's a gift of the money, you can relax and just do what you want. And have fun. And be nice to people. And have generosity with your time and your energy and whatever. But that's a good place to start. Is security. Money, security. Okay, what's crossing that? Decisions. Or maybe, you know, blockages. I'm not doing that. Let's keep going. Where are we coming from? Okay, 3 wands. Here's the blockages, or the decision, or the crossroads, or I don't know. I don't know what the challenge is. And we're coming from a place of wands, so we're getting ready to start something new. We're getting ready to start something new. In fact, some people are already doing it. Okay, and let's see, where are we going? Where do we want to go? 4 of Pentacles, so hanging on to that wealth instead of having it stolen. Yeah. Not being stingy, just hanging on to it, having it be safe and secure, and, you know, in a place where we go back there, it's still there. Unlike a bank. Okay, where are we going to? Justice. Well, thank God for that. Yeah, justice is coming in, and people that have been gang stalked and people that have been destroyed because of what they know or what they say, people that have been made ill and killed with heart attack guns, and they poison them and give them cancer, and justice for all that stuff, all that shenanigans and chicanery. We're going to get justice for that, the divine masculines and the divine feminines. What tools do we have? Oh, we're putting in the hard work. We always have. Here's justice. And here's our pentacles that we're working on and laying the foundation for some good things. I almost feel like it's like a miner. I know he's working on it like a bakery. I love bakery stuff. Anyway, yeah, so working. How do the divine masculine and feminine see themselves in terms of this situation and what's happening? Oh, play fighting. Maybe that's flirting. That could be. You know, Dust in the waters, seeing the response you get when you poke. That could be. That's kind of fun. Yeah, coming together, but you know, hashing it out. The thing about the divine masculine and the divine feminine is that they are both in their power and they're both in their mission. So they got things they got to do, and they know who the hell they are. So when they come together, it's very much like a partnership in, you know, in their relationship, because they both have a lot of strengths, and the one relies on the other's strengths consistently because they're loyal and honest, and they have a lot of integrity. These are people with open channels. They're not going to screw around. Unlikely that they will. So there's high integrity here, but I get this as mostly coming together and kind of flirting, you know, figuring things out and playing around. Anyway, okay, so the environment they find themselves in. Yeah, being cast out. I had a reading like that, and it was kind of about, there's a whole bunch of us that have been cast out, and because we were all cast out, we come together, and now we have our own little group, because we were all cast out and tossed aside, and, you know, here we are. I guess you could say a little bit that that's Bitcoin Twitter, although they're fighting kind of for real, not play fighting. I don't think there's a lot of enlightened people there either. But anyway, we have been cast out. The divine masculines and the divine feminines, they are actively attacking us. Because of what we know and what we do and how powerful we are. They don't want to see us link up with our divine partners. They don't want to see us succeed in any way. They don't want us to have any power or money. They want us all to be homeless and caught in misery in our heads. So, yeah, that's what they do. They ostracize and they isolate. That's the environment that the divine masculine and feminine find themselves in. Cast away. Okay, anyway, where are we going? Let's see next. How we see ourselves, the environment, and now hopes and fears. Well, there she is. She's quite beautiful. Nine of Pentacles. Oh, sorry. There you go. Nine of Pentacles, beautiful, sovereign, rich. She's hopes and fears that she'll be available and that she'll be hoping. We're hoping to be her. We're hoping to be her. And the fear is that we won't get there. It's always a double-edged sword. She has it looks like a cardinal. Maybe it's a pheasant. I don't know. It's not a hawk. It's not got the right bill to be a hunting bird, but she sits with a bird. It connects her to earth. The pentacles are very earthly. She is a Virgo card. She is like the Virgin. So I guess that's the divine feminine. The fear is the fear is the divine feminine. Yeah, that could be very true, because they have suppressed the divine feminine for such a long time. I know this is sound crazy, but watch the Barbie movie. It's really very profound. It's not as silly as you think. It's all about sadomasochism. Also the books Pluto by Jeffrey Green. Jeffrey Wolf Green. He also talks about sadomasochism and the dynamic of how men and women relate to one another in this 3D corrupted society. There is no longer coming together equally and sharing. It's all about oppression and submission. And that's not a good dynamic. It can't last. It's also violent, inherently. So the divine feminine coming out and making herself known and using her gifts and showing her power is really something that this current society is not wanting at any in any fashion, shape, form, in any way. In the Barbie movie, she says, everybody hates women. We all hate women. Women hate women, men hate women. At least that's one thing we can agree on. I don't agree to that. That's awful, but that's how it is. I remember a time in my life when I absolutely hated myself. I was being projected on, and I went with it, and I hated myself. And then I turned around and said, what's going on here? Why do I hate myself so much? It just doesn't make any sense. It's counter living. Anyway, so yeah, the Divine Feminine, if she's going to rise up, yeah, prepare. Hold on to something. Anyway, where are we going? What's the final outcome? The King of Pentacles. So, yeah, that's his sovereignty too. He will show up. But as the King of Pentacles, he's earth, and he's grounded, and he is very much practical. He understands the practicality of life and its needs and its requirements. So he has his hand on the pentacle. You see his hand is on the pentacle, which means he has mastered. He has taken control. He has mastered the money. And that's kind of a male thing, the money. Men are given money in society in order to work things. Women are not so much done the same. It's not equal. It's never been equal. It's not supposed to be, honestly. I know a lot of people are going to have my head for this, but women are supposed to be women and men are supposed to be men. And it's okay to give up tasks and say that's your task. I don't want to do masculine things anymore. I'm at an age where I want to be a feminine. And you know, for most of my life, I felt like a small, unsuccessful, inadequate male, and that's what they wanted me to think I was. I was never encouraged to embrace my female energy and be feminine, and I'm doing that now because I understand the importance of it, and I'm not confused as I was when I was younger. But this is to tell us that the feminine energy coming up is important, and it needs to be nurtured and cherished. And I think these relationships, strong men are going to protect feminine women. And I'm not talking about, you know, doing your nails and wearing dresses. I'm talking about understanding the divine feminine, and that's a whole nother can of worms. Anyway, so this is the read. Let's see what the moon has to say about the divine and masculine and feminine coming together and essentially birthing a new kingdom. Yeah, I really think it's all about the money. Once you get the money in order, everything's going to come together a lot better. But it's all about the money. Okay, anyway. I'm just so chatty today. Okay. Alright, a personal issue reaches resolution. Full moon in Cancer. A personal issue reaches resolution. Well, are you deciding whether you're in your masculine or your feminine energy? Are you deciding who you are? Are you deciding that you are or want to be a divine feminine or a divine masculine? The 144,000, that's who these people are. Full moon in Cancer. And that's very motherly energy. That's also a feminine energy. We're coming into a full moon in Cancer, I think, and yeah, it's all about mama energy. Okay, a personal issue reaches resolution. Full moon in Cancer. Things are likely to get very heated as full moon in Cancer is a super emotional sign, so there could be something of an explosion of feelings around now or surrounding your question. It's important to be sensitive to other people when you pull this card. There are some very fine sensibilities around, so tread carefully as you move toward your goals or dreams. This card indicates an especially feminine time. It also heralds the time to deal with any family issues coming up. Nothing to worry about. It signals a challenge is now coming to an end. This card also suggests both that a domestic matter or a private issue will soon come to a head, and that's a great time to move house. The answer to your question lies in being a kind leader. This is the time for you to step up and agree to overcome your insecurities. It may be best to move toward what you want in a sideways manner, lateral movement. Meditate to soothe heightened emotions. Don't be clingy. Stop sulking. Have you had enough family time lately? The heightened emotions of the Moon-Cancer combination can't be ignored. However, Cancer is one of the Moon's 2 home signs along with Taurus. So astrologically speaking, the Moon loves to be in this sign. In fact, she rules Cancer. This means that I'm having trouble with this sentence. This means that with this card, there is a sense that all is as it should be, or don't worry, it all will soon be well. Well, that's good. That's a positive message. Let's see what animal shows up. So it seems confirmed that the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine are coming together, and they're trying to work in the society we have in place to find one another and to come together and to birth this new kingdom. So, Divine Kingdom. The owl. And I remember the name Lakshmi in the air. You know, here's the air. Creatures of the sky. The creatures of the air element move quickly and decisively. They are known to see more than others, and this can lead to powerful and discerning qualities. Air creatures love movement and mobility, but the speed at which they move often leaves them ungrounded. Several air cards indicate too much movement and not enough earth. Some people describe this as living in the head rather than in the body. It's difficult to make big decisions or remember our greater purpose when we lose our groundedness. So do whatever you must to reconnect to the physical realm. Slow walks in nature will help get your feet back on the ground. I think I'm going to read that instead. Owl energy. Sees wisdom, strength, watching. Also at night. So at night with the illusion, the moon, feminine energy, all those things. So I guess I'm looking at the time, and so I'm going to leave it here. I'm chatty today, but I don't think we need any more information. I think the Divine Masculine and Feminine, these enlightened people, are going to come together, and things are going to be righted with the Justice card. We're looking to go to new places, and we're starting to take activity to go there. The money is important, but the money will be secure and safe. There's some activity going on. People are mixing. We're looking for each other. Now that we know we're supposed to, we're looking for each other. We've been cast out, so it's not hard to find them. Just look for people who've been cast out. And then, you know, look through them and see which one's yours. Pentacles, the Divine Feminine. She's rising up, and she is rich and full of wisdom, and she is grounded, and she is everything we want her to be in a lot of ways. And the King of Pentacles has mastered the situation, and he's going to be strong, and he's going to come in and take care of the whole situation the way he should. Because he's the King of Pentacles. Booyah! Anyway, okay, so there we go. Another read. Thank you. Like, share, subscribe. I will see you soon, like probably tomorrow. And comment if you will. Alright, bye.